Another day at work, baby. This time on Stay Tuned, the 70s are back. Bang, bang. We're gonna get the cops called on us. Gotta hit, you know what we need. Welcome back to Stay Tuned. Today we're in Spanish Harlem and we're gonna drag an old street racer that's been sitting, languishing in this garage for over 20 years. We're gonna get it fired up and hit the streets. Let's go. So I got an email from Jose saying his dad's old Buick street racer has been sitting in a Harlem garage for 20 years. It's got a bunch of killer parts on it, and we should definitely come and grab this. Hey, buddy.
Pleasure to meet you, man.
You too, man.
Good, good. Yeah, I was actually born in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
I came when I was 4. Actually, grew up in a building that's now a supermarket. So I live in this complex, actually.
Oh, cool, cool. So this is the car, huh?
Right.
All right, so we have a look at it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Oh, forget. Gotta pinch this up.
So this was your dad's car, right?
Right.
And how long had he had it?
He had it from 1979, 1980. Because what happened was I used to have a 2-door Electra Limited. And he had it and they stole it on him. Okay. And that car was mint. Yeah. So, you know, he liked the car. So he bought this one off a lady that used to drive it as a cab. Oh, no kidding? And it's the car's been sitting a while, obviously. Oh, yeah, yeah. But the story is your dad wanted, like, you know, this car's been worked over at Motion Performance. Right, he told the guy in Motion, I want the fastest Buick in New York State. The fastest Buick in New York State. Right, exactly. It has nitrous oxide. Nitrous. The big bottles in the trunk. Yep. So he just went out, he bought this big car that used to be a taxi, and then he took it out to Long Island. Right, it bought over Long Island. It's crazy, I would have thought, why don't you get a Mustang, you know? Yeah, yeah. But he always loved 4-door cars. Well, that's what I love about it, is that it's such an unassuming car to have so much performance work on it. You know, you see dual exhaust, it has headers. Yeah, yeah. And you said the motor's been worked up, the motor itself is? Yeah, oh, right. Solid lifter, solid cam. No way. The card is actually in the glove box. Oh, so wow. You get the specs for the... That's so, your dad must have been a maniac. Oh yeah. We drove out, our shop's outside Philadelphia. When we talked to Jose, decided to come up here. We just have my truck, some fresh gas, a couple of basic hand tools, jack stands, that kind of thing. We're gonna attack this 73 Electra 225, try to get it fired up right where it sits and then drive it out of here. It's fingers crossed, I don't know if it's gonna work. I legitimately have no idea. It's a little rougher than I thought it was going to be, but it's cool. It's an awesome car, great story. I want to get it going. Yeah, actually, you know, one time I raced a Mustang, a 5.0 Mustang on Berkeley Boulevard. I left them in my rearview mirror. I bet. This thing, without even the nitros. Yeah. This thing is unbelievably quick. Last time it ran, it's 2013. It's been sitting here since about 2007. It's been a while. Yeah, so we're gonna try to get it fired up and drive it out of here. What do you think about that? Sounds great. Good luck. Good luck. I think we might need it. Yeah, I think one of the fuel lines back here was leaking. That's why I stopped warming it up. Okay. A fuel line back there. Yeah, one of the rubber hoses, you know, the fuel lines. Okay, we'll mess around with it. So I'm under the hood. Definitely, you know, everything you're saying looks right. Edelbrock manifold. It's got a Harley carburetor on there. This is an Excel, old Excel. HEI Supercoil MSD box. Clearly it's got a nitrous kit on it with a plate. I don't know that we need that today, but it'd be nice to just see how this thing fires up. We're gonna dig in. It's got long tubes on it. It's got plenty of oil. Doesn't smell like anything weird, just old oil. If you want to see what we got going on in here. Oh, all right. Yeah. That's a little double pumper right there. I've seen worse. So it's got little disconnects
on the crossover tube with clamps, so we just gotta get some, if that's what's leaking. He said there's a leak somewhere. I doubt it's these stainless lines, but it may be. I'm wondering.
I mean, that one's not actually the end. That's like
it's not, yeah, I see that. It's clamped on. Nah, that's not moving. That's stuck. Look at that, look at that. Accelerator pump is definitely stuck. That one's stuck. Accelerator pump, this is like the double pumper on the Harley. This one's got two. Well, as soon as you hit the gas, they pump in a certain amount of fuel to get the party started. And this little lever that's connected to your throttle pushes on this diaphragm. It's just like a little squeezy balloon full of fuel. And our balloon here is frozen solid. It's probably just old and dry rotted. Trying to see what does move, what doesn't. This carburetor, clearly, accelerator pumps are seized up. It doesn't move happily. I'm just gonna tear it apart and rebuild it. We brought a kit for it. It's just an old school Holley double pumper, which is great. You know, they work awesome. It's actually the same generation I have in my Demon. It's got 2-corner idling, but proper double pumper. 4779, that's the same exact carb that came with my Demon. I bought that thing in 95 or whatever, so it's just about, you know, we'll tear it right apart, dig into it.
Same tech, baby.
Same tech. What I love about this rescue is like, it's the first time I've ever really tried to drag a car out of like Spanish Harlem in a parking garage that's been sitting for 20 years. I've done it in, you know, the woods and in farms and guys' garages, but like this, we are in the we're in the top of Manhattan, cars ripping by on the East Side Highway. We're gonna try to get this thing fired up. It's been sitting forever. I'm super excited about it. Look at this thing. B&M shifter, autometer gauges, this old flow computer nitrous kit. That is old school. Step one is get some air in these tires so we can push the car back and just stand in front of it. So we're not gonna fall out on the East Side Highway, and we can't get the valve stems off, they're seized on. It's not a good first sign. It's not exactly a good omen when we can't. The first thing you try to loosen up is fused on there, but we'll see what's good. We'll see if we can get it figured out. Great start would be like if it had air in the tires and we could, all right, try that. If the valve stem came off. There we go. The trunk's open. Step one. Oh yeah.
Need 2 bottles, and I need them by tonight.
Big old nitrous bottle. This Volkswagen wheel. And looks like, oh, BMW? Excuse me. My bad.
See if you can replace it on my front. Oh, okay. I don't think we're going to be using that tire. Hey, Tony.
What?
You want to use this spare or no?
Well, check. Listen, I just saw something online. It says check the date code on the side of it. Just kidding. It's hammered. Let's probably not use that one.
Take that to the corner shop, baby.
Yeah.
That's a no.
That's going to be a hard no.
Yeah.
All right.
And take it down to the corner shop and get it, throw a tire on it. Might as well take off the 2 flat, you know, let's get a couple decent, we drove right by a little used tire shop 10 blocks away. We'll just go get it fixed up. You got that one off?
Want to see if we can get it running first?
Do you think they could fix that one?
I don't think so. Not safely. LR78. Yeah, these are older than I am, maybe. Yeah, I'm definitely 90s. Comp cams, they're still making them today. But yeah, it's 454 lift, which is pretty strong. 212 duration. It's like a rowdy street cam. This should be cool. I'm excited to hear it with that big block. You know, big engine, not a big block.
It's like quarters over here.
You got it, bud?
Ain't got a lot of room to work with, but well, making it happen.
Some peanuts.
I feel like this is one of those things when you're in like garages and you see covered cars, you never really know.
You never have any idea. You never have any idea what's hiding under these covers. I drove right by this thing the first time, and then you come in, you're like, oh, this is a car somebody really cared about. It's not a crazy special model, but it's got all sorts of cool work on it. It's got an awesome story. You never have any idea. This is what's sitting anywhere. It could be in somebody's garage, could be in some Manhattan storage garage, some old parking garage. All right, so.
What's it look like in there?
I'm trying to see, it's this, so these are what, shaft rockers. It looks pretty clean in there, to be honest. Not terrible. We're not gonna pull anything off now unless we hear some crazy noises happening. I wonder, we should probably pull the plugs out, get a good battery on it, crank it, get oil pressure, and then try to start it. If you wanna, I'll start rebuilding the carburetor. If you wanna start taking the plugs out, kind of cleaning everything off, and maybe just check trans fluid, engine oil. I checked the oil, it's there. It's old and disgusting, but it's all there. Anything else, try to figure out that alternator, like, you know, it's half removed.
I think he was gonna put the other one on, is what he was saying.
So yeah, either
this piece back there, like a chrome one.
Okay.
Got some stuff.
We'll take the bulbs all the way out
Baseball
yet. Just take it off now if you got them loose. Got a 1/2 inch? Flip it. There you go. Get it on there. There you go. That's it. Yeah, I got the carburetor out. A couple things we don't love. It had, like, he said there was a fuel leak, but he was using Teflon tape on AN lines, which you never do because they seal on the flare. And then this is like some kind of wonky old crossover pipe with clamps on it. We'll replace this with just some rubber line. But the big issue is that these accelerator pumps are frozen. This should move easily. They should push right in, and that delivers fuel when you hit the gas. And comes right out these squirters on top. So just knowing that those are frozen, I'm just gonna get after it. You have a good kit. I have a Holley full rebuild trick kit. So I know it's got the diaphragms we need. It'll have these sealing washers. It'll have a lot of parts we need. So I'm just gonna tear it fully apart.
What do you think on these?
I mean, they're spark plugs.
All right, so I pulled the fuel inlet off, and it's just a carburetor sitting here, and a bunch of it's stuck. I'm gonna hit it with this gum out carbon choke parts cleaner, because this stuff is great. Once I get inside, I'll use it to sort of hose everything down, make sure that everything internally is clean where all the gas flows. But it's actually awesome. You can clean anything with it, including the butterflies and the throttle shafts, and hopefully we can get it unstuck before we even get inside. See, it's only going half throttle, so I'm hoping to work that out before we get in too deep. But a couple cans of this, little rebuild kit. This thing will be good as new.
Well, so we got to the place, and the guy goes, don't tell the owner that I'm giving him the hand cooks so that he doesn't charge you the full price. So we go in the office, and Jose's like, yeah, he said give him the cheap tires. And the guy's like, okay, so he writes the whole thing up. And I'm thinking, I look down at the form, I'm like, he didn't give me the cheap tires. He knows I'm here. He knows that I don't belong around these parts.
We didn't get it?
Oh no, we got the tires. But
they were using code on you.
They were using code on us, yeah. For sure. For sure. $175 a tire for those tires was no deal.
Oh, Jesus. We're not in North Philly, that's for sure.
No.
All right, let's see what you got.
Larry at?
Yeah, Larry, look back, whip your ass for that price.
Freshies.
Fresh 235/70 hand cook synergies.
That's
what do you know about those?
everything.
They smoke good.
We got a set of them on the Camaro, the Firebird, and now on this thing.
Here, take this. So we got 2 of these, nice and fresh. Get this thing rolling. Good.
1360s. This is American.
So that's how much gas was sitting in it. You can tell, because this part's still clean, and everything here just, when the gas turned into varnish, right about there, the bottom's got to get well cleaned out.
So, checking the trans fluid right now. The car's obviously not hot, so it's impossible to actually check and see how high it comes up on the stick, but it's on the stick, which means the fluid's in it.
It's a win.
It's a win. It's not very dark, which is also a win.
Shouldn't you sniff it?
Yeah, you sniff it, give it a couple of licks.
It tastes like cherry, you're good.
Yeah. Tastes like 1973. We have a transport.
These butterflies move happily. These butterflies are very sticky. Oh, we're starting to get them loosened up a little bit. That's something. We had to, oh, look at that.
Yeah.
It just came alive.
Loose.
Okay. Wow. I had to put a screwdriver in here and bend. I even wound up bending this a little bit just to get it to rotate. It was so stuck, but they are probably, must be that sweet gum out getting in that shaft. Watch your eyes. I was about to take the base plate off, and maybe we'll skip it.
Yeah, put the screws back in.
Alright, so how about instead of changing this alternator? Alright, we took the plugs out, tightened up the alternator. We checked the oil. It's there. We're gonna see if we can turn this over a little and get some oil pressure in it.
Sounds great.
Sounds good, huh?
This is not my first time in New York. I used to live in Brooklyn, right at the base of the Williamsburg Bridge, 2010 for a few years. It was cool. It was like a very, you know, sort of mature period of a lot of growth for me. I live with a couple of buddies. Mikey, who you've seen on the show, he built his entire 1970 Dodge Challenger in that garage. I'm talking degreasing parts in the sink. I think at one point his cylinder heads were in the oven. I like New York a lot. It's cool. It's quite a bit different than Philadelphia, but it's cool. And you know, we have done some work. We pulled a rotary motor and we hung the strap up to the water pipe in our apartment in the garage. We had like a pretty big garage for New York City. We had like 2.5 cars. We've been through it. We've done some things. We used to ride our motorcycles over the bridge quite often. A lot of good stuff. This is the accelerator pump diaphragm. It was hard as a rock. It's obviously full of varnish and full of garbage. It's awful. I guess take that.
Not how it's supposed to look.
It's not how it's supposed to look. It should be like a nice squishy piece of, it should look like this. I've got new ones. Where's the other bowl? I'll show you. So look, hard as a rock, stuck inward. Yeah, that's no good. It's no good. That thing is proper Alright. Have one sealing washer on this inlet. Alright, there she is. Ready? Can't even move it. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, destroyed. Oh, God. It holds a little, this much gas, and then you squirt it right in, and it doesn't explode into pieces.
Did you like run here as fast as humanly possible?
Wearing too much? Bada bing.
Oh, yeah. No juice. Connect the battery.
Good, we're good.
Sorry, good? Stop, stop! It's leaking here. It's pouring out of here with every shot, like an incredible amount.
It's leaking there and wrong with the cell line.
Yeah, he said the hose was cracked.
Right, so we got power to this thing finally. I turn the key and the motor spins awesome. Sounds great. It's not doing anything weird. It spins pretty fast. So that's all good stuff. We didn't see any oil pressure, but it's an electric gauge. I'm not 100% sure if I trust it, and I think we're just gonna forget about it. I'm gonna finish rebuilding this carburetor. These guys are gonna drain all the old gas out because that gas, the fuel pump is definitely pumping away. So we're gonna get as much of the old gas out of the tank as we can, put in the fresh stuff we brought, get tires on it, and hopefully by that point I've got the carburetor rebuilt, slap it on, fire it up, and then see what the next problem is. I got my little carburetor station working over here. I got an old bent BMW wheel. I found this scrub brush in the trash. I'm using just to get that, plus the gum out carb cleaner is actually doing a great job of getting this junk off. The only thing I'm gonna have to do now is scrape all these gaskets and then get ready to put this thing back together. This bowl's clean. I'm putting the new accelerator pump diaphragm on.
Freaking thief right now. You got the hood up, you look like a thief.
I am.
All right, carburetor's ready to rock. It's as clean as can be considering I'm in a dirty garage. The butterflies are opening. Double pumpers are double pumping in. And she's ready to rock. It was a lot of scrubbing. This took forever, but I think it feels pretty good. Ready to throw it on?
You got a base gasket?
I got a base gasket. Yes, I do. I got a base gasket. Yes, I do.
Right there to your right.
I know. Hold on a second. This one pumper feels a little weird. I'm going to make sure she's dialed.
All right, over under, we make it home tonight.
2 seconds.
No shot.
What?
Not tonight, maybe tomorrow morning.
What? We're going home.
I said over under, we make it home tonight.
Oh, home now. We're ready. Let's got to
Etown?
Etown, baby. That's what we're trying to. That's home.
That's victory.
Oh, where's home?
That's home. That's close enough.
Home is where Matt.
Back to the hotel or?
Give me the noise.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Oh boy.
Sure is. So we were trying to get 3/8 hose to go on these -6 fittings. We didn't have any barbs, so we took the little collar off for like a standard AN fitting, jammed it on there as hard as we could with a hose fitting. It goes out to here, it's pretty good. And then we got a filter on here. We're gonna put the other end of the line on there, slap this on the carburetor. We're gonna get going here.
I've done
about to
dumber
fire this
things.
thing up.
Yeah, we are.
You have done dumber things.
I have done
I've
dumber
done
things
dumber
today.
things. I don't know what this is.
All right, it's time to try to fire this thing up. It's been sitting, 15 years here. It hasn't started in, what do you say, like since 13?
15 years, 13, 15.
Yeah, 2015 or so. It's time to fire it up. All right, hit it, man. We got fuel. I messed with the carburetor. You got that thing on? We're about ready to crank this thing. We took the carburetor off for the 15th time. The squirters were all jammed up. I actually hadn't played with those or tried to clean them out because they stay so high. Usually they don't get all clogged up, but I had to pull the little needle valves out of them, scrub, clean everything. They're working now. I can see, if you watch, boom, nice clean squirt coming out of the top. And it looks awesome. This thing should be ready to fire right up. All right, is everybody ready?
Yep.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, hit it. There we go.
Keep it running.
You got any oil pressure? Car's the best. She sprung to life.
Out of here.
She sprung to
It
life.
doesn't matter.
This thing's alive, dude. It's awesome. Dude, this thing's alive. She fired after, well, at the 9th time, fired right up. She's ripper. Sounds good, smooth. Feel like that carburetor is doing its job. It's clean. I mean, it hasn't run in forever, and every light works. Sounds good, runs smooth. I'm pumped on this thing. We got a lot of cleaning up to do, a couple more things, and we're gonna take this thing out on the road. I'm terrified. We'll take it up and come back down, see what it does. Here we go. We're going. It might be like, you know. All right, let's back up and just take it to a gas station.
Yeah.
Does it have any headlights? Does it have any lights?
Let's pull it out.
Now what?
Where's the...
Is that on?
Yeah, that's on.
Where's where's the brights?
I have no clue.
On the floor? There it is. We just lose our lights?
Yep.
What's going on with that? We gotta fix the battery connection. All right. We hit a bump and all the headlights died. Like really just went away. And we tried to like test them and put power to them and they were just really all dead. So Barbie ran to the local Autozone up in the Bronx. Got us 4 headlights. All right. Jose's dad's car is back in action. We're gonna take it out on the streets and try to get this thing, I don't know, close to home as we can. It runs pretty good. It's back on 4 tires and it actually has power steering, which is amazing. This has been a long day, but we're in business. I'm excited. Let's go. Let's go. Let's hit the road. All right. Here we go. Doing it.
See ya. Take it easy.
Okay, panic stop kind of worked. Where's that big thumbnail, baby? She's bucking.
Yeah.
Something weird's happening. It's running like a top in the garage. I mean, it also has like the worst air filter I've ever seen on it. It's like basically clogged. Anyway, we're cruising up north. We are at 109th Street, about to cross 110th Street. Going north towards the GW Bridge, and we are so far not on fire, and that feels pretty good.
Feels great.
How about that horn? That thing is serious. Yeah, what do you know about that, yellow cabs? How am I doing over here? I'd like to be not around this guy. I have to get away from this car. Bang, bang. We're gonna get the cops called on us. Gotta hit, you know what we need. Just starving for gas, man. I don't know what's going on. Either carb's still clogged or fuel pump's not doing the thing. We made it though, yeah, we're in Jersey.
We're in Jersey.
We're in Jersey, we did it. We did it. Yeah, look. Is that full? Is it too much? I mean, that is the worst looking air filter I've ever seen in my life. There it is. There's the lean pop. All right, it's pouring out everywhere, dude.
Yeah, it's too full.
It's too full, but it's not going, go ahead.
Clockwise to lower the float.
Okay. All right, that's appropriate, I think. Fire it up and see what it does. Come on, dude. A little easier than that.
That was not much.
I think we did it. We made it. We drove this Buick all the way out to Englishtown Raceway Park in Central Jersey. This thing ripped down the highway. Like we drove it all the way out of like New York, then like out of Spanish Harlem, then up through the Bronx, and then over the GW, and then like down the turnpike. Like we just drove this thing for 2 hours. It's awesome. It's like I didn't even think about the fact that it hasn't moved in 15 years or that the tires in the back were 1,000 years old. Like it just was doing it. It's got heat. It's comfortable. Transmission works incredibly well. This thing rips. back now because I want to put this thing through its paces and see what it can do. We just can't, this is not how we leave our episodes with something that doesn't do at least a burnout, right? So we're here, we got a fresh carburetor, we're at a racetrack, so let's do this thing. Okay, so we were told that this thing is like a 500 cubic inch, either bored or stroked 455, with a cam in it and a bunch of work on it. And I think, you know, I'm not exactly sure quite how serious it is. So clearly some money was spent, but I want to pull the valve cover off and see just what we're looking at inside this thing. We didn't have time to do that before. And if you look, there's just like a ton of just, what do you call that, soot, garbage. So this thing was backfiring like crazy as soon as you hit the gas. I just didn't get the carburetor clean enough to really work because I didn't have compressed air, you know, in that garage. So my guess is that the main jets weren't really delivering any fuel, anything, and we basically drove it here on like the idle screws. Yeah. So
anything more than 5% throttle was like, don't talk to me.
Yeah. Yes, anything more than 5% throttle, and it was like, yeah, just like being in a war zone. Pop, pop, pop. Bang, bang.
It's a little tester. That's the one he gave us.
Yeah. That's the one that was in the trunk.
What are the chances of that?
You know the deal. Dude, that's hot. I need one of these for my car. Purple's the color.
This is the Brawler right here?
Brawler, dude.
I'm gonna keep this over here.
What'd that taste like?
Oh, God.
Delicious.
Old matchbooks or something? It tastes like your grandpa blew an ashtray in your face to like keep you from smoking, maybe? I don't know. That was terrible. You're gonna learn, boy.
Big carburetor guy.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Okay. Stand for rockers.
Yeah, stand rockers. Clean. We know there's a cam card inside. I'm looking at, that might be an upgraded valve spring. My guess is a little bit of cam. There's a cam in there. A cam card we found before was a 260, right? Yeah. So a little mild cam.
50 lift or something. It's pretty mild for this big of a motor.
Yeah. But it's stock head, so you're not going to put much cam in anyway. I bet it's good.
Well, look how
but
clean
nothing
it is.
crazy under here. All stock parts. Looks very clean. Flat tappet cam, hydraulic, basic stuff. But still, she's still going to make the juice.
Why don't people just do AN lines like normal people?
All right, money bags. Put that on.
Yeah, look how dirty this thing is.
That wasn't helping.
That wasn't helping. Absolutely not.
You want to slam this thing on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you waiting for?
Well, you're blessing.
Go. I'm trying to get this Buick riding in the sun before pizza gets here. But one of the reasons we maybe didn't get this thing running so good is that I didn't put Gum Out all-in-one fuel system cleaner in this stuff. It works awesome. This stuff will get rid of a bunch of deposits. It'll help with killing corrosion and keep corrosion from happening. We're running an old fuel tank, we're running old fuel lines, and this stuff is gonna help clean everything out. And hopefully we're gonna see some action in about 2 seconds. This is like the all-in-one cleaner. It works awesome. All right, just a little bit of the old, there she is.
Splash.
That'll get us going. Zach, fire it up. Let's see what she does.
We're gonna have to crank for a while.
Oh yeah, baby. Build her up a little more.
All right, sounds quite a bit better. We jump in it too much, does that. And we're gonna work on a little bit of tuning. I gotta assume this carburetor's working right though.
On there.
It's quite
Wait,
tight.
you have the lock on still?
No, it's loose. You can move that with your finger.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like it's my bad.
See
oh,
it?
You know what it is? It's aluminum to
Yeah,
steel.
It's called, that's called galvanic corrosion. That's what that is.
You know what that thing? Give me some nice injectors.
Oh yeah, that's what this.
And
That's
a VE table, and we'll get this thing going.
what's it? Yeah.
It's in there.
We brought a folding table. Is that the same thing? So Jimmy Oakes is here testing his incredibly clean E36.
Yeah, full mud.
We became bros on this Hoonigan trip we did to Connecticut, and he knows a thing or two about tuning and SR20s. And I said, we're building a car with those things in it.
Sign me up.
Yeah, he's gonna maybe come down and give us a hand. So if you remember back in the day, I bought that rusty 240 with an SR. We got it fired up, and it's such a rust bucket that it's trash. I recently bought a clean shell from Florida.
Good old
no rust.
switcheroo.
Yeah, we're gonna do the old.
But it's the rusty chassis that had the best engines.
That's true.
Yeah.
So we're in business. I'm looking forward to that. Also, I'm looking forward to getting that car working good. It is incredibly nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Anyway, let's hit this distributor with a hammer or something.
We're gonna need a big.
We found everything we needed right here.
Yeah, she's been through it. It's sat forever.
You changed the oil?
No.
They don't make it like they used to. Huh?
Nah, it's good. That's good dinosaur meat right there. That's the stuff you want. You do this, I'll go drive your E36.
Perfect.
Good work. Look, I mean, like, you go get a car that's been sitting since 2006, and then you're like, hey, how do you want to drive across the GW bridge? It doesn't want to do it. Believe me, it doesn't want to do it.
You guys tried to drive
I drove this thing from Harlem, dude. I swear to God.
To here.
To here.
In the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night. It was bananas.
This car didn't want to go from outside the gate to inside the gate. I can't imagine what he had to go through.
It was insane.
You can't use more than like 5% throttle, but once you get it going like 70, it's like driving a cloud. It's
Yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah.
heat works min.
Yeah, I had like just the idle jets working.
I think that's how it came out the dealership, actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
It will
24.
Yeah. We don't speak metric around here.
It's some kind of fraction. It's like 13/16 or something. It's probably 3/4. Let me tell you why America is the best. Because there's like 185 countries. 2 of them use our numbering system, and we have the balls to call it standard. We're like, that's the standard, period. The overwhelming majority of the entire universe uses metric, but we have this standard setup. You're welcome, everybody.
There's a dude watching this video right now like, that's right! That's right!
Why would we ever want to go by?
I didn't go this way, right?
Don't care. Just break it loose.
Yeah. If we break it. That bottom is.
Something's not right.
Oh, did it move?
Oh.
Yeah!
That's too.
That's all right.
It's got a lot more twist in the thing than you would think it would have.
It makes me a little nervous on that one.
Yeah, you turned it, it was like boom, boom, the base didn't move.
I think we just moved it back to where it was, but fuck it.
Let's see. And then give it some gas and see if it explodes. That's plenty. Not to start it. It sounds lazier, huh? All right, give it a little rip. Yeah, that ain't it. All right, shut her down.
What's for lunch, Barb?
It sounds worse than that.
Woo! 3 of the finest, fine.
We're at the track, it's pizza day. That's vodka pie. Oh man! Who did this?
Whip that thing around.
I was not.
Oh my god, that looks messy but good.
Looks like buffalo chicken dust.
It's gonna be inside of me.
Who sells, huh?
This DoorDash dude's gonna catch these hands though.
Yeah, for sure.
If you ever eat Englishtown Raceway Park at this track, a place called Du Sal's. That's the hot pizza out here. Oh, she put a strain on her. She put a strain on her. This is Russo's 800cc. Is it an 800? Whoa! Little boost coming at me. Woo! Turbocharged. Suzuki Alto. It's they didn't make those in America. We never got these for sale. All right, give it a crank. Try to get her. She's alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. We're alive. Everything's going. Turn around a little bit. At least drop the hood on this thing and see what it feels like. All right, so we've clearly been fighting this thing for a minute, and I just want to check the firing order, make sure everything's right. And I think we may have found a problem. 1, 8, 4, 3. We decided that's 6, and this should be 5. But in fact, it is going to 7. So these are switched. All right, now maybe it might run a little better. God. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. Hell yeah. You gotta put them on the right ones.
Remember that time we drove all the way back?
Yeah, yes. If the timing doesn't help you moving it like full sweep there or back, and it's clearly fighting itself, and as we bumped it forward, I could see the motor wanted to spin backwards. A lot of times you have a plug wire wrong. Let's take her for a rip. Spinning tires. There it goes, grabbed. Woo, boy! Oh my goodness.
Hey, the brakes.
Ladies and gentlemen. What's up? You dorks know about that. We got her now. She bad. This thing is bad. Dude, what happened? A couple of plug wires.
Dude, Timmy missed it.
We're gonna need some tires, baby. Yeah.
This thing gets it.
Gets it, son.
Oh yeah.
We got her now.
Does this have a rear sway bar?
Probably. That's all she needed. I was holding on for dear life. I'm like, ugh. Wanna go for a rip? Get in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You want to jump in?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Hop in.
Got the lap belts working.
It's the coolest thing ever.
You gonna hop in?
You hear it now, dude?
It's a family sedan, dude.
She bad, dude.
She's got a lot of good oil pressure. She has good battery voltage.
All right, boys. Let's chase that Beamer down.
Doors.
Close it. Jesus. Hell yeah.
Brake work.
You better move that thing.
Out of this. I want to make my dirt taxes out of this car.
I'm impressed, inspired.
Sup?
Oh man, sorry if I'm squishing you.
Woo!
We're just wearing the doors.
20 pounds of oil pressure.
We all just go weird.
This thing rips, dude.
I'm so impressed.
I can't believe it.
Hell yeah. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
20 pounds.
How is that still going? We're all for a deal like that. Woo! Luke Fink looks jealous.
Hell yeah.
Holy hell, it works. This window works too.
Dude, this thing tears.
This thing rips.
Oh my god. Oh, it's good. So good. It's a lot of work, dog.
It's a lot of cars.
Think you can whip a shitty in this
Oh
thing?
my god. Yeah, this thing will do anything.
This is the heaviest car ever on this track, probably by far.
Close.
Close to
By,
it.
by like at least a ton.
Heaviest to drift, that's for sure.
Yeah, the heaviest to drift.
We were really laying down the smoke out there.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go, we're close.
All right, we got a gear in here.
I'm gonna end up on you. There's a drink going under the
Brake pedal, that's where you want it.
Yeah. This thing is awesome. That was like the most fun ever. This car actually runs killer. It's super fun to toss around. It makes really great power and torque. It's murdering these tires. I don't know if this thing is the fastest Buick in New York State, but it's probably the funnest one. I'm so glad we came back out here and got this thing running right. I'm now deeply in love with this car, at least the motor and transmission. That's it for this episode of Stay Tuned. This has been an absolute blast. We will see you guys next time. What an adventure. This was cool. This was cool. That's tight.
Put the pizza on that.
Yeah, dude.
How many pizzas you gotta deliver to get that?
That's from.
Came with the car, baby.
Yeah, that's.
What is he doing?
The wind up, dude.
I'm gonna get one up.
Loaded, top of the fifth. Don't disappoint. Ready?
Yeah.
Woo!